Hi everyone, Letty here, Party Planner Papery. I have another Black Friday haul. This is a crafty online haul from scrapbook.com. Stay tuned so you can see everything that I purchased. Welcome back everyone. So I have another little Black Friday haul. This one is from scrapbook.com. Now, I had purchased, I think it was like 15% off when I picked it up. Might have been Black Friday. And so, or maybe Cyber Monday. I am not 100% sure, but I know it was like 15% off when I did purchase. So when I did purchase, they had like tiered freebies. So if you spent, I think like any purchase, you got this little freebie. This one's a little stamp, a little snowflake stamp. There's the SKU on that, but you got this little freebie with any purchase. And then if you spent over a certain amount, you got one of the Simon Hurley inks. This one's a Stellar ink and this one's Prom Queen. It's like a bright hot pink, which I think is super fun. There is the info on that one. And then it's a dye ink. And then you got to like the next level and you got a set of 3 Spectrum Noir metallic and they were randomized. So I ended up getting the rose gold. That was just what they had chosen for me, but they're pens. And so they come in 3 different sizes. I don't know if you can see it there. You've got more of a pen and then you got like a marker and then you got like a chisel. So you got 3 different ones again in rose gold. So we'll see what that looks like. I do like the Spectrum markers, the alcohol markers. So we'll see what that looks like. And then you bought like at the highest tier, and I think it was about $50. You would get a set of the Gina K Designs glue and the little extra glue bottle. So I thought that was a pretty good deal. Now I will warn you, like when I was purchasing, shipping was like $11, like 11 something. And at first I was kind of like, do I do it? Do I not? Because I ship a ton with my Etsy shop and I've never had to pay that much for even bigger orders. And so I don't know why the shipping was so much. I did see, I had another crafty friend had said something about where like they held off on buying because of the shipping. So it was very expensive. The way that I kind of justified it was, well, 1, I had the 15% off, but then 2, they did give me, I ended up getting 4 freebies and I do feel like this is at least $11 worth of product. So, you know, it's kind of a win-win or a wash. So these were the freebies that I had picked up. Now I did pick up a few extra items. Let me show you what I got. So I have been wanting these Catherine Pooler metallic inks since they came out, but I typically don't buy when they first come out because they're usually like very pricey and you have to really hunt them down because they sell out. So Catherine Pooler had released a whole bunch of different metallic like colors in the ink pad. This one is the silver, okay, and it looks pretty dark there, but I'll try it on paper at some point and I'll be able to see if I like it. But I did pick up I went ahead and picked up the pad, and I did not buy the re-inker because I wanted to make sure that I really liked, you know, the way that it's stamped before I purchased an additional like re-inker, you know what I mean? Because worst case, I figured, well, I'll just be out whatever I paid for this. So I did pick up the silver. Now I did also pick up the platinum color, and here is the back of that one. So again, I want to try to test this out and see what this looks like. So I picked up that platinum. Now I wanted the gold. They have been sold out of the gold, I think, for quite some time. I did pick up the re-inker though for the gold because I figured that I could potentially like maybe use it on either on a sponge or with a like ink blender, or even maybe use it on like a acrylic block and just kind of get some splatters and stuff out of it. I wanted to at least test out the color. And so that was one way that I could test out the color while I'm still on the hunt for the actual pads. So again, those were the 3 colors that I picked up of those Catherine Pooler inks. Now I had just recently done a cherry on top haul also for Black Friday, and I had picked up some of this Berry Sweet collection by Doodlebug. I did not pick up these 2 items because the cherry on top had like kind of limited quantities and Doodlebug was like 25% off, so I think they were selling out. But I went ahead and I picked up this ephemera pack, which is all the things, 138 pieces. They're so stinking cute. I absolutely love strawberries. I'm gonna put this with my other part of the collection that I already picked up. You've got some images and then you also have some words and phrases, and so I think they're just so stinking cute. There's the SKU on that as well. So I thought that was so pretty, so I wanted to pick that up. And then I also did pick up the paper pad. I had only picked up a few of the 12 by 12 sheets, but they did not have the pad, and so I did pick up this 6x8. Doodlebug now does 6x8 pads, and so these are 24 double-sided papers, but because they're 6x8, you basically get an extra 2 inches up here or down here, either way, for 20 like times 24. So I thought that was pretty good. Let me show you just a little flip through. These papers, by the way, are just so pretty. They're so pretty. Absolutely love the colors. I love everything strawberries. So these are just so stinking cute. And these are going to go great with the pieces that I've already picked up from this collection. Again, I've only picked up some 12 by 12s. Look at that. That's like a full size. I've only picked up some 12 by 12s, and then I think it repeats. Yeah, it repeats there. Let me show you the backs, because the backs are equally cute. So you've got this bright yellow, lots of dots. Look at that. You've got some like cards. Really pretty. You've got some journaling spots. Might have to make a strawberry journal. You've got some cut aparts, red polka dots, some plaids, more cut aparts. Look at that. I love that. You got some sentiments. So you got pretty much everything you need with this one little pad, some washi strips, and then it also repeats as well. So that one was the Berry Sweet Collection by Doodlebug. Again, I'm going to add it with the items I picked up at A Cherry on Top. If I can, I'll link that video at the very end so you can check it out. So those were the two Doodlebug items. Now, scrapbook.com also releases their own little papers. And this one was about $5, but then again, like 15% off. But I went ahead and I picked it up because, well, one, I needed to get to the next threshold so I could get another freebie, but I was like super close, and so I was like, might as well. But it also comes with 40 sheets of this paper. Now, I did pick up the size that's like 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, I think, because I thought that would be the closest to an A2 card base, and it would be very easy to just trim off a tiny bit and then stick it straight to a card base, like an A2 size card base. These are double-sided, so you've got like a solid black on the back, and then you've got this Happy Holidays on the front. And then for the next one, you've got this super cute snowman kind of cookie pattern, gingerbread cookie, and then you've got this one right here. That's the back of that one. Super fun, some presents. And then you've got your 2 dots. So you've got some big dots, and then you've got some lines of dots. Those are fun. And then we've got this one with the more cookies and marshmallow fun goodness. And then you've got some additional cookies and treats and sweets, you know, holiday themed. Then we've got Ho Ho Ho, and it has a red backing solid mat for the back. Then we've got this super cutie with the little gingies and the hearts. And then you also have some little like Christmas tree cookies. And then we've got these additional cookies. I just thought these were so fun. And this is the back of that one. And then you end with a full size, and the back is a sort of a gingerbread color, which is a great solid to use to coordinate with all of these other pages. So even if I don't use this full mat, I can definitely use the back for some layering mats. So that is what comes in this one. It's 40 sheets, 5 sheets of each pattern, 230 GSM. So it's not like super thin. It's actually a pretty good little weight. Yeah, it's actually pretty sturdy, I would say. If I had to guess, it's probably the equivalent of like maybe Simple Stories paper, maybe Echo Park, maybe even thicker than Echo Park, but it's pretty good. So this is called Gingerbread. Okay, I don't think I mentioned that, but it's called Gingerbread. Scrapbook.com item. Now, I also, at A Cherry on Top, had picked up a little bit of this Say Cheese Classic Mouse Christmas by Simple Stories. And I think I mentioned in a previous video that I picked up this haul and I picked up a few additional items. And so these are all items from this same collection to kind of round out my purchase, because at A Cherry on Top, they only had like maybe 2 or 3 different patterns of the paper. Now this one is the 12 by 12 cardstock sticker, and these are matte. I was kind of shocked because normally the stickers are sort of like a glossy finish, but this one is actually a matte finish. So you can write on them, and they're going to be a little more nostalgic. I thought these images were just so stinking fun. So stinking cute. These are going to go great, okay, with the papers I already have. And then, of course, these new ones I just picked up. I picked up this one because, I mean, why not? Look at all these little Mickey heads, or the Steamboat Willie. Look at all of these little heads. And then the back is some music notes. I don't know if it'll come up on camera, but it's just a tone-on-tone with music notes. And then we have some tags. Look at how adorable. I should have probably picked up more of these because these are fantastic. I mean, look at those little tags. And the back is literally what the back of a tag looks like, with some additional little prints and things. So it looks like I picked up 2 of those sheets. Again, I probably should have picked up maybe another 1 or 2 because those are too cute. Then we've got some 4 by 6s, and these are great as well. And look how they have like little clusters. Super, super cute. And then the back is like a plaid, like a solid plaid. Then we have some 3 by 4 cut aparts. These are so stinking cute. I love all the like little vintage pieces and all the layering. You've got some snowflakes. This one's super cute. And so I've got 2 sheets of that one. Okay. And then we have a plaid, and look at the little like sew stitch pattern on here. Really, really, really cute. That's a nice little touch on that. And then we've got some little holly berries, and it's in the tone on tone green. Okay. And then the last one I have is one sheet of this one with the polka dots, but I think I pretty much got it for this one. Look how fun that is. I don't know if it'll pick up too well on camera, but it's like the characters, Mickey and Minnie, and then you've got some like little Christmas holiday words on there. It is super cute. So that is super adorable. Now, those were the items I picked up. And again, this was from scrapbook.com. They're having a whole bunch of different, I think, deals. And so you just have to kind of check out. There's a lot of places that are still having their Black Friday and Christmas shopping right now. So definitely check it out. Some people are doing, or some companies are doing like 12 days of like holiday sales and things like that. And so if you are needing or wanting anything, now is definitely a great time to do it. Take a look, maybe sign up for those newsletters and things, because you can get access to, that's how I found out. I got an email saying that there was a 15% off, and I was like, that's worth me checking out. Let me go check it out. So hope you enjoyed that. I did make a purchase from the Happy Planner. So I've got that coming, and it's so cute. It's a Peanuts inspired entire like Happy Planner like bundle, planner bundle. You definitely, if you like Peanuts and you like planning or like Happy Planner, go to their website, check it out. I'll have a link down below, but you can check it out. It's so stinking cute. I also purchased from Echo Park. I went ahead, broke down. I saw a commercial, an ad in my email that said they were going to have their paper pads for $2 and then $3 for the mega. So $2 for the 6x6 and $3 for the mega pads, the 6x6 megas. And I was like, that's actually really good. And so I did go ahead and I splurged and I picked up a whole nother round of small mini pads. So we'll see what I got. As soon as I receive them, I'll share them with you as well. That way, in case there are some still ongoing sales, you can pick them up as well. But hope you enjoyed this. Make sure you go pick up these items if it's something that you want. Definitely check it out. But thanks so much. And as always, happy crafting. Thanks so much for visiting, everyone. Let me know in the comments down below, which was your favorite item from this crafty haul. Thanks so much. Happy crafting.